Attention passionate San Francisco 49ers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on San Francisco 49ers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true San Francisco 49ers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and San Francisco 49ers fans. Let's get to the news all right. Folks, buckle up because what we're about to discuss is nothing short of a seismic shift in the NFC West. Rumors are swirling around the NFL that the San Francisco 49ers might be making a bold move, potentially trading for Derwin James from the Los Angeles Chargers. And honestly, if this deal goes down, it's going to be a game changer not just for the Niners but for the entire league. We're talking about a player who could elevate this already formidable defense to levels we haven't seen in quite a while. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Is this really happening? Well, let's dig into the details because the buzz is real. According to sources close to the league, the Chargers are reportedly open to trading Derwin James. The Chargers, coming off a 7-10 season and with a cap situation that's a bit tight, around $30 million dead money and just $8 million in cap space, are looking to rebuild after a disappointing year. They've got their sights set on the 2026 offseason, with a priority to extend players like Bosa and focus on their offensive line, especially after a season where their secondary leaked points, giving up around 25 points per game. In return for James, the Chargers are reportedly eyeing a couple of draft picks, a second-round pick in the 2026 draft and a fifth-rounder in 2027. This would give them some cap relief, freeing up around $13 million, which they desperately need to focus on rebuilding their roster. It's a smart move for them. They're not in a position to compete now, especially with this secondary that struggled mightily. They need to retool and focus on young talent, and trading James, a top safety in the league, makes sense in their rebuild strategy. But for the 49ers, this could be an absolute steal. Imagine adding a player like Derwin James to this already elite defense. The Niners' secondary has been solid, but they've lacked that true versatile playmaker who can line up all over the field. James, at 29, is the perfect fit, a safety who can do it all. He's known for his versatility, covering tight ends, playing in the box against the run, and making game-changing plays. Last season, he recorded 102 tackles, 6 interceptions, 13 pass deflections, and 4 forced fumbles. His PFF coverage grade was an outstanding 94, and his run support was nearly as impressive at 87.8. What makes James so special is his ability to impact the game in multiple ways. He's a player who's got the size, standing 62 and weighing around 215 pounds, combined with quickness and agility, clocking a 4.47 40-yard dash. That kind of athleticism allows him to keep up with the league's best receivers and cover ground like a cornerback when needed. His ability to read plays and react quickly makes him a nightmare for offenses. And defensively, he's a top-tier player against the run, with a missed tackle rate of only 7%, which is elite for a safety. Now, let's talk about the impact this could have if the deal goes through. The 49ers are already a top defense, but adding Derwin James would turn them into a true defensive powerhouse. His presence would boost the secondary's effectiveness, raising their coverage efficiency from around 82% to nearly 98%. That's a massive jump. Opposing quarterbacks would have a much harder time picking apart the Niners' secondary, which has already been pretty stout but could now be a nightmare to face. In 2023, the Niners' pass defense was giving up roughly 215 yards per game, but with James, that could drop to around 165 yards per game, significantly tightening things up. Plus, his ability to elevate the defense in clutch moments, especially in the playoffs, is what makes him a true difference maker. Remember, James has a reputation for stepping up in big games, with 9 career interceptions, including some critical ones in postseason situations. His knack for forcing turnovers can be the difference in close games, especially against top-tier offenses like the Cowboys or Eagles. Of course, there are some caveats. James did suffer a shoulder injury in Week 10 last year, missing a couple of games, and there's always the concern about durability with a player who plays as aggressively as he does. But his injury history isn't overly troubling, and he's been a top performer when healthy. The 49ers Medical staff has a history of good rehab and recovery, so if they see him as a fit, they'll likely be confident in managing his health. From a cap perspective, acquiring James would cost around $34 million in 2024, but the Niners have the flexibility to make it work, especially with their current cap room and the possibility of restructuring some deals. This move could be seen as the final piece to push the Niners over the top and solidify their status as Super Bowl contenders once again. Imagine a defense where James could be the quarterback of the secondary, calling plays and making adjustments on the fly. His versatility would allow the 49ers to be even more unpredictable, matching up well against the league's best offenses. Now, let's not forget the bigger picture. The NFC West is a competitive division, but with the Rams rebuilding and the Seahawks still trying to find consistency, the 49ers could seize this opportunity to leap ahead. The addition of James would send a message across the league. San Francisco isn't just here to compete, they're here to dominate. And with the Super Bowl being the ultimate goal, every move counts, especially one that could elevate this defense to new heights. The odds for the 49ers to win the Super Bowl are already pretty solid, but if they acquire a player like James, those odds could shift dramatically. Currently, the betting odds place San Francisco around +2-0 to win it all, but with a move like this, those odds might short to +850 or even better. It's all about the impact on the field, and James could be the X factor that pushes the Niners into that elite tier of teams capable of winning it all. And speaking of the playoffs, don't forget how crucial a player like Derwin James can be in December and January. He's a proven performer in clutch moments, and his presence could be the difference in tight playoff games. The Niners' defense, especially their pass defense, has been solid but not unbeatable. Adding James would give them that extra edge, a game-changer who can roam the field, make plays, and shut down the opposition's best threats. Looking ahead, this trade could be the move that defines the Niners' season. It's a gamble, sure, but one that could pay off big time. With the 49ers' current roster, coaching staff, and this added talent, the Super Bowl window is wide open. Fans are dreaming of another Lombardi trophy, and moves like this could turn those dreams into reality. The NFC is tough, with teams like the Eagles, Cowboys, and Lions all vying for the crown, but San Francisco has the talent and now, potentially, the piece to put them over the top. To wrap this up, the speculation about Derwin James coming to the 49ers is more than just chatter. It's a strategic move that could transform this defense into one of the most feared units in the league. James' versatility, playmaking ability, and leadership would be invaluable in the pursuit of another Super Bowl run. For the fans, it's an exciting time, a chance to see your team make a bold, decisive move that could define the franchise's future. We all know the 49ers are hungry for glory, and with a player like Derwin James, that hunger might just be satisfied sooner than we think. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest San Francisco 49ers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. So what do you guys think? Is this the move that takes the 49ers to the next level? Would you be thrilled to see Derwin James in red and gold? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear every one of your takes. Remember, the NFL offseason is full of surprises, and this could be one of the biggest. Keep your eyes peeled because I'll be back soon with more updates, rumors, and analysis on everything happening around our beloved San Francisco 49ers. Stay tuned, stay passionate, and as always, go Niners.